Breaking news: CBN gives new directives on acceptance of old Naira notes. Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all depending on the time we're reaching you guys. Welcome back to our channel. It's so good to have you guys back here again, and thank you once again for your continuous and massive support to this channel. God bless you, my people. Really appreciate you. Yes, guys, as always, we're back again with latest and most authentic happenings in the country. We know over the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of chaos, a lot of sufferings from Nigerians, from everyone in the country, as a result of this policy from CBN. The Naira swap is being from one confusion to the other. The Supreme Court halting the February 10th date that the old Naira note is still a legal tender. As a matter of fact, during that hearing when they halted the deadline for February 10th, they said the old Naira note should still be accepted. It's still a legal tender in Nigeria, wherever, and also that the case is going to be adjourned till February 15th, which is tomorrow. And until then, everything should continue as usual. But that has not been the case. We saw that the federal government appealed the case. While they are going about their appeal, most shops are not accepting the old Naira notes, and the frustrating part is that citizens don't have the new Naira note. Even when they go to the banks say they don't have it to give. So you see the confusion. Nigerians have been suffering seriously, but we've just got this breaking one. The CBN governor, Governor Godwin Emefiele, has just given new directives on the acceptance of old Naira notes. We'll bring you all of those details in a bit. But before we do, guys, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, click on the like button. And if it's your first time here, you're very, very welcome. Please hit on the subscribe button. God bless you. Now to the news. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has given a new directive on the acceptance of old Naira notes in the country. The Apex Bank, in its latest statement, claimed that the old 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira ceased to be legal tender on February 10th, 2023. CBN stated this despite the Supreme Court restraining the Apex Bank from going ahead with the deadline after Kogi, Kaduna, and Zamfara states filed a suit before the court. The court had answered the prayer of the state and adjourned the case till February 15th. However, there has been silence on the part of the Apex Bank since the court gave its ruling. The CBN branch controller in Bauchi, Halaudu Idris Andaza, in a chat with journalists, said the old notes were no longer legal tender. He said, "In the last 24 hours, we have been inundated by questions from various angles of the general public about our operational guidelines on the old currency notes. Be that as it may, there are so many questions here and there which people have been asking about. So for the avoidance of doubt, we wish to state categorically that CBN is ready and is open to receiving all of those old notes based on certain conditions and criteria. Customers are free to come to the bank and deposit, which they cannot do that at the commercial banks anymore because the currency has been seized to be legal tender since the 10th of this month. Consequently, the management of the CBN decided that those customers will have a sigh of relief by coming to the offices of the CBN in all of the 36 states in the Federation, including the FCT, to deposit their money. The customer has to go to the CBN portal and fill a form in the portal. There will be a form there concerning this currency redesign and exchange. After filling the form, you generate a code. You either print it or come with it on your mobile phone and give us the code and the information contained therein. In the form, you are expected to provide all the basic information about yourself, your account details, and the amount you want to deposit. By the time you have done it correctly, you come to the CBN where the code will be accepted from you as well as the money. process and confirm the genuineness or otherwise of the money to avoid receiving fake notes, because there are some fake notes in circulation now. This is interesting. Basically, what's going on now is that CBN is clearly, because with their statement, it's clear that they are ignoring the ruling from the Supreme Court that said that that February 10th date should be on hold. The case has been adjourned to 15th. We're not even we've not reached the 15th of February, although it's tomorrow, is close by. But the Supreme Court mentioned that on the 15th of February, the case will be heard again and a final and decision will be made. But CBN is not looking that direction, and we know where all of this is coming from. We know some political parties have claimed that this Naira swap policy is a plan to either hinder. Some have made allegations that it's a plot for some parties to buy votes and all of that. But in the midst of all of this going on, guys, let's not forget that when two elephants fight, the elephants, they don't even feel it. Who suffers is the grass underneath. That is what we're experiencing right now, because these politicians, they might be attacking themselves using strategy against one another. The big question has been, why is it so close to the election? Buhari had 8 years to make all of these changes. He didn't. Upon leaving office, he decided to do Naira swap. Who is it? Who does this favor right now? More suffering for the masses. More suffering. It's so unfortunate. Well, what CBN is stating right now is that as at the 10th of February, which is very clear that they've ignored the ruling of the Supreme Court, that the old 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira notes cease to be legal tender in the country, so they cannot be accepted anywhere. Even banks don't accept them anymore. That they've given a leeway to make things easier for citizens, that the CBN, all the branches of the CBN across the 36 states of the Federation, including the FCT, will still be accepting the old Naira notes. That there's a process, and that was the process he detailed. They have to go online, get a form, fill a form, put details of their form, and take that form. The form will generate a code for them at the end of the day, and with that code, they can go to any of the CBN branch across the Federation to deposit their monies. And I know he has said it like that. It looks very easy, but we know the sort of country where we are. Citizens might end up getting to the Central Bank of Nigeria, and stories will be coming up here and there. But what is going on in the country? We can't even the CBN itself cannot even obey court orders. Well, we'll see how all of this plays out. But this is the breaking news. This is what has just dropped now. CBN gives new directive on acceptance of old Naira note. Leave us your take, guys. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again on more updates. Bye.